In this PIERO, we will be looking at importing and using layered graphics. If you've not already, I highly recommend watching the Asset Manager episode first. For legal simplicity, I'm using the virtual stadium. Everything in this episode applies to calibrated clips in exactly the same way. Let's start by defining some terms. This is an image sequence, one animated marker made up of a single image sequence. To make this, you'll need to import a folder of targa files as an image sequence in the PIERO Asset Manager. The second image is a static layered graphic, 3 images laid on top of each other. At the expense of aesthetics in this episode, I will be using opposing colours in the graphics, so it's easier to see how they work. The bottom 2 graphics are layered graphics made up of 3 image sequences. Here we're combining both image sequences and layers. We generally just refer to these as layered graphics. Strictly speaking, they do not require to be image sequences. They could be static images, but usually they're animated. Here are some other applications of layered graphics. Selecting this area effect, you can see that I have my area style as layered. Presented below are my 3 layers, and then I have appropriate customization for my layers. Some layered graphics, such as the area effect, support texture slicing. Showing the grid shows us how the areas are divided up. We can customize them here. When enabled, texture slicing will intelligently distort different parts of the image as you resize the area. Here is with, and here is without. Notice how the different edges distort. We can redefine which areas are in the grid using the parameter window. Image sequences are imported into PIERO using the PIERO Asset Manager. In the Add tab, select the graphic you wish to import. Now, instead of using Add Asset to PIERO, select Add Sequence Folder to PIERO. As the name suggests, navigate to a folder containing your target sequence, and then import. PIERO will ask what the asset will be used for. In this case, my only option is layered, aka layered graphic. Target sequences can be imagined as having a video file, but each individual frame is a separate image. Target sequences can be made in most video editing and photo editing applications. Make sure that your individual target files are named in order. Most image editing applications will do this by default. PIERO will name the asset after the name of the folder that you import. PIERO is capable of importing multiple image sequences at once. This is a very useful time saver. You can select a folder containing multiple image sequence folders at once. To be clear, this is one folder containing other subfolders. Each subfolder contains your target images. Since target sequences can be made up of hundreds of images, if you have many high-resolution layered graphics used at the same time, it's possible to make PIERO drop frames. If you want to use lots of layered graphics at once, I advise checking how many of your layered assets you can take on air at once without dropping any frames. It should be quite a lot, but I know what some of you are like. I hope you found this episode of PIERO useful and you're able to use these tools to make some great looking custom effects.